whenever this is square root symbol is there, this must be non-negative. It may be 0 or it may be greater than 0. Okay. And now case 1. Suppose it is 0. Case 1. So what is that? Square root of 6 plus x minus x square is equal to 0. Okay. So whenever this is 0, this is 0. 0 by anything is 0. 0 by anything is 0. 0 greater than or equal to 0. So whenever there is greater or equal, any one is satisfied, then that inequality must be satisfied. Therefore, 0 is equal to 0 is satisfied. Therefore, that is okay. But these two are in the denominators. They should not be equal to 0. Okay. And therefore, 2x plus 5 not equal to 0. X plus 4 not equal to 0. So, what is the first case? This may be 0 is the first case. And second case will be obviously that may be positive. But that cannot be negative. Okay. Right. See, here, this is 0 means multiply that one minus also. X square minus x minus 6 is equal to 0. And this is x not equal to minus 5 by 2. X not equal to minus 4. And what are the factors of this? This is x minus 3 into x plus 2 is equal to 0. That is x is equal to 3 or minus 2. So clearly these two are not equal to that. Therefore here solution set is, suppose S stands for solution set. So for here S1 is 3 comma minus 2. Only two numbers are there in that solution set. Right? And now case 2. So what is case 2? Suppose this is greater than 0. So 6 plus x minus x square greater than 0. And obviously these two can be cancelled. Because in an inequality, if a positive number is cancelled on both sides, so inequality does not change. Therefore I can cancel that. And what I can write is 1 by 2x plus 5 greater than or equal to 1 by x plus 4. So, but the danger is here only. So, you cannot reverse them or you cannot cross multiplication. So, you cannot do like that because we do not know 2x plus 5 and x plus 4 are positive or not. Okay. So, you should know one thing. Suppose A greater than B greater than 0. When both are positive, then you can reverse them. Greater than becomes less than. Suppose consider 4 greater than 2 and 1 by 4 clearly less than 1 by 2. So you should remember this. Similarly, when both are negative, so 0 less than A. So 0, A less than B less than 0. When both are negative, so even then, if you reverse, inequality will be reversed. So 1 by A greater than 1 by B. So let us see one example. Minus 2, you know minus 2 less than minus 1. And reverse this. This is minus 1 by 2 and this is minus 1. Clearly minus 1 by 2 is greater than minus 1. So remember these points. So whenever 2 A and B have same sign, then in that inequality we can reverse them. Less than becomes greater than or greater than becomes less than. But one is positive, one is negative. Suppose A less than B, A less than 0, less than B. So what is meant by that? A is a negative, B is positive. Then what is the reciprocal of negative number? It is negative, less than 0. What is the reciprocal of positive number? That is positive, so greater than 0. So inequality prevails, less than only. So A less than B implies 1 by A less than 1 by B only. when we can write like that? If one is negative, one is positive, we can write like that. But both have same sign, greater than becomes less than becomes greater than. But here, we should know first of all, whether these two are positive or negative, one negative or one positive. Okay, so write down up to this. Rishikesh. Rishikesh. No?
Hello, sir.
What is the doubt?
Sir, range problem is there, sir. No, board is not clear, sir.
Board is not clear?
Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir. In middle, it is not. It is showing blur, sir.
Okay, I will ask another one. Akash?
Sir, it is clear only, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, and if in question, sir, it was there only less than, sir, or only greater than, then we cannot do the case one, no, sir. That is root 6 plus x minus x square is equal to 0.
Very good. Definitely.
So then in that case, what we have to do? Only second case?
Only second case.
Oh, okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Right. Chandrasai. Chandrasai.
Sir, I was about to tell the video was clear only, sir.
What is that?
Sir, I was about to tell the video was clear only.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you. So lower your hands if you don't have any doubts. Just only Varun Kumar. Varun Kumar.
Sir, once you explain case 1, third step.
Case 1, third step. Is this?
Yes, sir.
So whenever this is 0, square root of that is 0 means the expression under the square root is also 0. So multiplying with the minus, I'll get this. Okay?
Okay.
Right. And next, coming to this. So remember this, the numbers are 3 comma minus 2. Only two numbers, not open interval, not closed interval. And now this C case 2. So multiply with again minus x square minus x less than 0. And what are the factors? X plus 2 into x minus 3 less than 0. Or x minus of minus 2 into x minus 3 less than 0. So x belongs to minus 2 comma 3. X belongs to open interval minus 2 comma 3. Now in this interval, what about 2x plus 5? Let us see. So 2x plus 5 belongs to, so multiply with the 2, minus 4 plus 5, 1, 6 plus 5, 11. That is positive. Belongs to 1 comma 11 means positive. Now x plus 4 belongs to, so x is minus 2 plus 4, 2, 3 plus 4 is 7. That is also positive, so no problem. So here, in this inequality, both are positive. So we can reverse those two numbers confidently, and also we can reverse this inequality. So 2x plus 5 greater than or equal to x plus 4. And therefore, x greater than or equal to minus 1. So already see this interval, x belongs to minus 2 comma 3. So here we got x greater than or equal to minus 1. Therefore, what is the common range? Minus 1 to that open interval 3. Okay. So the number should be in between minus 1 to 3. So this is S2. So S2 is minus 1 to 3. And what is the final solution set? That is S1 union S2. So what is S1? What are the previous numbers? Now is it minus 2 comma 3? It may be. So what is S2? Closed minus 1, comma 3. And see, so this is okay. This is the answer. But I can write like this also. See, 3 is already in this set. Therefore, I can write minus 1 to 3, closed. Union, only one element minus 2 is not there in that set. Okay? Right down. That is the answer. Divit Reddy.
Sir, the 2x plus 5 and x plus 4 both are positive, na, sir?
Yes, yes.
Then sign should reverse, no, sir?
Reversal. Oh, okay. So 2x plus 5 less than or equal to. So students, see. So 2x plus 5 less than or equal to x plus 4. So x less than or equal to minus 1. So see students, so I did the wrong one. So x less than or equal to minus 1. And therefore, so what is the intersection of this? What is the intersection of this? X belongs to minus 2 to minus 1. See the number line. So there is a number minus 1 in between them. So there is less than or equal to minus 1 we have to take. So minus 2 to minus 1 you have to take. So this is the interval. Okay. So this is S2. So what is S2 here? Open minus 2, closed minus 1. But see here, minus 2 is in this set. And therefore, the answer is closed minus 2 to minus 1, union 3. Right. So Divit Reddy, thank you. So whenever both have same sign, if you reverse those two numbers, so inequality must be reversed. Akshari Srikari.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, there minus 2 is not included, no, sir.
Now minus 2 is included in the first case. Minus 2 is there in the first case. See?
Okay, sir.
And therefore, finally, minus 2 also must be included, and hence we can write closed interval. Akash.
So how to know, sir, that in final solution we have to take union or intersection?
So, what is meant by case 1? When this happens, some x square, 6 plus x minus x square is equal to 0 happens. Now we are finding the solutions. So, those solutions definitely satisfy that inequality. Suppose that solution is 1. And case 2. And what is this ending? When this is greater than 0, we are getting some solutions. That means these solutions are also satisfying that inequality. Suppose this is 2. And now you tell me, so this is also a solution and this is also a solution. Therefore, both together will give you the solution set. That means you have to take union. So you have to take union, right? But whenever we are doing common solutions of some inequalities, we have to take common solutions. That means we have to take intersection. Okay, Akash?
Sir, can you give one example when we have to take intersection?
So here only we have seen so many examples. So first of all, we have solved this. So this is the answer. X belongs to minus 2 comma 3, and we have solved this. So we are getting x less than or equal to minus 1, and now we have to see the common solutions of these two, because these solutions satisfy this inequality, these solutions satisfy this inequality, but we need both at a time. That means x belongs to minus 2 comma 3 intersection minus infinity comma minus 1. That is called intersection. Common values we have to take. That means we have to draw the diagram and we have to take the common part. So minus 2 to 3 is this interval. That means take horizontal lines, or if you have color pens and pencils, so you can use this with, you can draw this with a pencil, a color pencil, and with a different color, you draw this one. So minus 1 to infinity. And now you tell me what is the common part. So that is which contains both horizontal lines and vertical lines. That is from minus 2 to 1. Therefore, at minus 2 open is there because there is no minus 2 here. That means we have to write from minus 2. So at minus 1, there is closed here. There is closed here. And minus 1 is also in this side. Therefore, you have to take that minus. Okay, Akash?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So if you don't understand, you have to ask. That is your right. So don't forget that. Bhanu Teja.
Sir, in the fifth line, what is that symbol, sir?
In fifth line, what is that symbol? This one,
Yes, sir.
that is called intersection. Intersection. See, so I will write. Just I will write two examples. In the set theory, you will get that. Suppose there are two sets. This is 1, 2, 3. And this is another set. That is 2, 3, 7. So this symbol is called intersection. That means you have to write the common values. What are the common values of these two sets? What are the common elements of these two sets? 2 lies in both sets. 3 lies also in both sets. So that is set containing the numbers 2 comma 3. Okay. And union means so this symbol is called union. So union means you have to write all the elements in that set. That means this set contains elements of this set and also elements of this set. That means 1, 2, 3. Already 2 is written. No need to write an element 2 times. 3 and 7. So that is called union. This symbol is called intersection.
గాలి వస్తలేదే
Hey, mute yourself.
ఫ్యానే ఓకే సార్ అండర్స్టూడ్ సార్
Bhanu Teja, mute yourself. Huh? So this symbol is called union. Right? And Tejesh Naidu, what is the doubt?
Sir, in books, intersection symbol will be curved, sir.
So no problem. Okay. So no problem if it is curved like this. Okay. Or you can write like this. So there is no different meaning for those two. So don't worry. Right. So you can do another problem. That is solve the inequation. Square root of x square minus 3x minus 10 greater than 8 minus x. So what is this? And clearly right hand side is positive or 0 because there is square root symbol here. Okay. So this symbol always stands for positive square root. So this must be non-negative. But here, I don't know this. So this may be 0, this may be positive, or this may be negative. Okay. Now case 1. Suppose x 8 minus x is equal to 0. Then what happens? So I will study this. Then x is equal to 8. And what about this? Square root of x square minus 3x minus 10 is equal to square root of 64 minus 24 minus 10. So I don't simplify that. I know that this is positive number, some positive number. So right and left hand side is positive, right hand side is 0, positive greater than 0, definitely it works. Therefore, x is equal to 8 is a solution. So definitely 8 is a solution of that inequality, right? And see next one, case 2. Suppose 8 minus x less than 0. 8 minus x less than 0. See, then this is always non-negative and this is always negative in this case. Non-negative is always greater than non-negative, negative value. So non-negative means it may be positive or 0, whatever it may be, that is always greater than a negative value. Okay, therefore, once again, we need not solve that inequality, but we have to be careful that this must be positive or 0. That is x square minus 3x minus 10 must be greater than or equal to 0. See, in this case too, we got two conditions. One is negative, this one, and the other one is greater than or equal to 0. If you take the values of x which satisfy these two inequalities simultaneously, then every value of that x should satisfy that inequality, definitely. Why? Why? Because we are taking x such that this is positive and this is negative. Positive is always greater than negative. Therefore, another solution set is the intersection of these two solutions, equations. Now we solve them. 8 minus x greater than 0 means x greater than 8. That is the first one. And what are the factors? X minus 5 into x plus 2 greater than or equal to 0. Is it okay? X square minus 3x minus 10. Okay. Therefore, x must be less than or equal to minus 2 or x greater than or equal to 5. Okay. So every time it is difficult to draw the diagram and draw the wavy curve method. So because it is a quadratic expression, you can remember. So this is x minus of minus 2 into x minus 5 greater than or equal to 0. So x minus alpha into x minus beta greater than or equal to 0 means x less than or equal to minus alpha or x greater than or equal to beta. And therefore, this is another solution set. But so these two should happen simultaneously. That means we have to take the common part. See, here x greater than 8, here x less than or equal to minus 2. So we don't need this. X greater than 8, x greater than or equal to 5. Therefore, obviously, x greater than 8 is the common part. So, for case 2, x greater than 8 is the answer. For case 1, 8 is the solution. So, up to now, greater than or equal to 8 numbers are all solutions. And there is another case that 8 minus x is positive. So, when 8 minus x is positive, this is positive, but this is positive. But every positive number cannot be greater than every other positive number. That means we have to solve that inequality also. Right? Right now, up to this. Shruti.
Sir, why don't we take 8 minus 6 as positive, sir?
Now we take in the third case, there is another case. Now we have to do.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
The problem is not completed.
So directly we can take x equal to or greater than 0.
Yes, we can take. Just I have taken like this, that's all.
Okay,
We can
sir.
take.
Okay.
So whenever the number is specific, it is easy to verify. That's why I have taken x is equal to 8 separately. But I can take in case 2 x minus 8 minus x greater than or equal to 0. You can take. See, up to now, the solutions are from 8 to infinity. You can take those solutions. So if I got some more solutions in case 3 and I can union them to get the final solution set. Right, see, now what is case 3? 8 minus x is positive. That means x less than 8. That is one inequality. And in every case, the definite point must be, this must be greater than or equal to 0. So x square minus 3x minus 10 greater than or equal to 0. Okay, of course, if this is 0, 0 cannot be greater than a positive number. Therefore, I will take just only greater than 0. So no problem if you take equal to 0 also. So this is second inequality from this. X plus 2 into x minus 5 greater than 0. That is x less than minus 2 or x greater than 5. And third one, now we have to solve that inequality. Okay, in the case 2, so there is no necessity to solve that inequality because the right hand side is positive, left hand side is positive, right hand side is negative. Always true. But here not like that, both are positive. And now squaring that inequality. So x square minus 3x minus 10 greater than. So if two positive numbers, why we are doing all like this? So why don't I square directly in the first case only? So without all these cases, why don't I take that quadratic, that inequality and squaring? See this one, 4 greater than 1. Definitely 16 greater than 1. Right? And 4 greater than minus 2. Okay, 16 greater than 4. But 4 greater than minus 5. But 16 is not greater than 25. Therefore, if one is positive and one is negative, by squaring them, we cannot say which is greater without knowing the numerical values. Okay, so that's why we have to use these cases. And now this one, now we can square. We can write greater than like that. And squaring that 64 plus x square minus 16x. Now x square is cancelled. And 16x minus 3, 13x greater than 74. So x greater than 74 by 13. See, we have to use all these inequalities. So x greater than 74 by 13, x greater than less than minus 2. Definitely this is not possible. Okay, x less than 8 and x greater than 5. So for these two numbers, x belongs to 5 comma 8. And what is this number? X greater than 74 by 13 means 5, 13, 65. So 5 point something. So suppose assume 5.2. So I have to take the numbers from 5.2 up to 8 only. So what is the intersection of these two? So it is 5 comma 8. It is 5.2 to infinity. So finally, so x belongs to 5.2, that is 74 by 13 to 8. So this is the solution set in the third case. And what are the solutions in the case 1 and case 2? 8 and 8 to infinity. So finally, the answer is, you should not take intersection or common values for all these cases. Union you have to take. So 74 by 13, union, comma, infinity. Right? So this is the final answer. Rishikesh. Rishikesh, we are not getting your voice.
X is greater than -2 on the
Huh?
hello sir. X is
what is
greater than -2 na sir.
X is greater than. What is that, Rishikesh?
X is greater than -2 na sir here.
Why?
-2 on the right side.
Why I am asking?
Sir, X is greater than.
Okay, Rishikesh, you are saying y greater than -2. I am asking why that logic. So I will explain why this logic holds good. Now you tell me why you are saying y greater than -2. So that logic may be wrong, but you try to explain. Rishikesh. So if you try to explain that, you can understand the mistake. That's why I always insist you to speak.
By the basic calculations.
No, what is the basic calculation you have done? Now you tell me. No problem. So don't worry, we are all alike. So just I have learned you some years back. I am senior to you some years, up to some extent. So don't worry. Now you tell me why you have taken x greater than -2. Have you taken any example? Akash.
Sir, you told now that we can solve this by taking x is greater than 0, sir. Then how to solve that, sir? By that process?
What is that? X is
Greater than 0.
where x greater than 0?
So you told that we can also do by taking x is greater than 0.
No, not. I don't tell that.
So then
I don't tell that. Yeah, so in another student asked that, sir, why we need case 1? Why can't we take 8 minus x is equal to 0 and 8 minus x greater than or equal to 0 in one case only? Then I told that yes, we can take both cases as one case. That's only I tell.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Right. So any more doubts? Okay, students, I'll give you one problem. Homework. Write down. Square root of minus x square plus 6x minus 5 greater than 8 minus 2x. Now you solve that inequality, and in the afternoon session, you give me the answer. Okay, so square root of minus x square plus 6x minus 5 greater than 8 minus 2x. Same order. Okay, right. And now see cubic equations. So the next topic is actually theory of equations. Theory of equations. So it is actually a big topic. It is a separate chapter. So in the second year, you have two chapters. One is quadratic equations and the second one is theory of equations. Okay, so we can learn a lot separately in second year course. But here, just only one day is given for this, because just to know the cubic equation and its properties. See, just like ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 has two roots alpha and beta, and some of the roots minus b by a product of the roots c by a. So the cubic equation has three roots. What is the standard cubic equation? Ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d is equal to 0. So ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d is equal to 0. Now it has three roots. So let alpha comma beta comma gamma be the roots. And what is the formula for sum of the roots? Alpha plus beta plus gamma. That is minus b by a. And what is sum of the products taken two at a time? Alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha. That is quotient of x by quotient of x cube. That is c by a. And product of the roots alpha beta gamma is once again minus d by a. So write this. Chandra Sai.
Sir, there will be 4 roots also, the questions. I mean, the theory of 4 roots.
Theory of equations we have fourth degree equations also.
Okay, sir. So that's next week, right?
What is that?
You'll teach that next week or this week only?
No, not next week. This is the last day. This is the last day for this. Just introduction only. Just to see the properties. That's all. Of course, we write that fourth degree equation also.
Okay, sir.
See, in the previous one, alpha plus beta plus gamma, we can write alpha, beta, gamma, we can write like that. Suppose in that alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square is asked. Suppose cubic equation is given and you can find alpha plus beta plus gamma like that in constant terms. Then how to find this? That means this is nothing but alpha plus beta plus gamma whole square minus 2 into alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha. Isn't it? So a plus b plus c whole square is a square plus b square plus c square minus 2 into ab plus 2 into ab plus bc plus ca. From that we get this equation. So write that. And see another one, alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha whole square. So what is the formula for a plus b plus c whole square? So alpha square beta square plus beta square gamma square plus gamma square alpha square. So that can be simply represented by this sigma. Sigma alpha square beta square. So what is meant by sigma alpha here? Here in this problem, sigma alpha means alpha plus beta plus gamma. Suppose I am discussing quadratic equations. There, sigma alpha means simply alpha plus beta. Suppose I am discussing fourth degree equations. Then sigma alpha means alpha plus beta plus gamma plus delta. Right? So like that. Here in this one, sigma alpha means this one. Similarly, sigma alpha square beta square means alpha square beta square plus beta square gamma square plus gamma square alpha square. And after that, plus 2ab alpha beta square gamma 2ac alpha square beta gamma 2bc alpha beta gamma square. So I am rewriting that. See this one, sigma alpha beta. So if the cubic equation is given, I can find this. I can find this sigma alpha beta. What is sigma alpha beta? That is nothing but c by a is equal to sigma alpha square beta square. Now I have to find this. See, in these three terms, I can take 2 alpha beta gamma common. Into what you will get is alpha plus beta plus gamma. And so, if cubic equation is given, I can find sum of the roots, I can find product of the roots, I can find sum of the products taken two at a time. So, by this equation, I can find sigma alpha square beta square. So, you can write this equation directly, or you can write that also. Right now. Imran,
Sir, what is sigma alpha square beta square?
sigma alpha square.
Sigma alpha square beta square.
So it is nothing but, what is sigma alpha? You tell me. What is sigma alpha?
Alpha plus beta plus gamma. Alpha
What is
plus beta
sigma
plus
alpha
gamma.
square?
Alpha square plus
What is
beta
sigma?
square plus gamma square.
Very good. What is sigma alpha beta? Sigma alpha beta. So sigma alpha beta means in cyclic order, first term must be alpha beta. What is second term? Beta gamma. And third term, gamma alpha. Okay. So that is the answer. Similarly, sigma alpha square beta square means alpha square beta square is first term plus beta square gamma square is second term and gamma square alpha square is third term. Okay. So see, I can do a problem now. And as in the previous quadratic equations chapter, see, suppose fx is equal to 0. If the roots are alpha, beta, then the quadratic equation whose roots are 1 by alpha, 1 by beta. So how to get this equation? What we have done? In place of x, we have written 1 by x. So that is the equation whose roots are 1 by alpha, 1 by beta. Similarly, suppose this is a cubic equation with 3 roots alpha, beta, gamma. Then the cubic equation whose roots are 1 by alpha, 1 by beta, 1 by gamma is f of 1 by x is equal to 0. Okay. Similarly, suppose the roots are alpha plus k, beta plus k, gamma plus k. So I have to find the equation whose roots are alpha plus k, beta plus k, gamma plus k. Suppose that root is theta. Suppose this is theta. Theta is equal to alpha plus k. And what is alpha? Alpha is equal to theta minus k. Now alpha is the root of the original equation. That is f of alpha is equal to 0. But alpha is nothing but theta minus k. Therefore f of theta minus k is equal to 0. So if you expand that, so you will get expression in theta. That means theta is root of that equation. Therefore, to get alpha plus k, beta plus k, gamma plus k as roots of some equation, then what we have to do? So f of, see here, theta minus k, that is x minus k is equal to 0. Similarly, alpha minus k, beta minus k, gamma minus k. Now you know that. So what to do? What is the cubic equation? Whose roots are this one? Originally it is given alpha, beta, gamma, the roots of fx is equal to 0. Now tell me what is that equation? So raise your hand. Sai Charani.
Sir, f of x plus k is equals to 0.
F of x plus k is equal to 0. Now you only tell that. So alpha k, beta k, gamma k are the roots of
F of x by k.
f of x by k is equal to 0. And alpha by k, beta by k, gamma by k.
F of xk is equals to 0.
F of kx is equal to 0. Right, so minus alpha, minus beta, minus gamma. Minus alpha, minus beta, minus gamma. Now somebody. Sriram,
Sir, f of minus x.
f of minus x. And alpha square, beta square, gamma square.
F of square root of x.
Very good. F of root x is equal to 0. So like that, same as in the quadratic equations chapter we discussed. So here also we can do that same process. Right? Okay, students, time is over. So you do that problem. So in the afternoon session, we can do some problems in cubic equation.